If you're trying to figure out where to live in Metro Atlanta, I bet I already know how it's going. You've watched 5 videos, you've opened 12 tabs on your computer, you've heard great schools and close to everything so many times you want to throw your phone and you still feel like you're guessing. So in this video, I'm going to break down the best suburbs around Metro Atlanta in a way that actually helps you choose not just the highlights, but who each area is really for and what everyday feels like and the vibe that you can't pick up from just a map. And by the end, you'll know which few suburbs deserve to be on your short list and which ones you can stop pretending to consider or that you can afford. Hey, I'm Sarah. I'm a realtor here in North Metro Atlanta, and I help a lot of relocation buyers and move up buyers figure out where to land when they want the suburbs, but they also want a life. The kind where you're not constantly driving across the entire Metro Atlanta area just to get to your daily activities. I've lived in Metro Atlanta almost my entire life, since I was in 6th grade, actually. I've always lived in the suburbs, and I've lived in several, so I'll give you my firsthand knowledge of what life really looks like in Metro Atlanta. And before we jump in, I just want to say this: there is no perfect suburb. There's only the right suburb for your season of life, your budget comfort zone, your commute to work, and the things that you care about. So let's talk it through. Now, when people say Metro Atlanta, that can mean wildly different things to different people. Some people mean inside the perimeter, which is really inside of Interstate 285. And some people mean North Fulton or Gwinnett County or East Cobb. And some mean all the way out to the edges like Braselton, where you can get more space and newer homes. So here's how I'm going to structure this. I'm going to cover the suburbs that consistently come up for my relocation clients and local buyers and sellers moving across the Metro Atlanta area who want great communities, strong schools, lifestyle, and smart resale power. I will group them by vibe and day-to-day life so you can self-select faster. And I will mention the trade-offs too, because there are some. Part 1 is going to be the trendy suburbs. So let's start with Johns Creek, because it has been getting a lot of national attention lately. And if you've been researching, you've probably seen it. Johns Creek was ranked the #1 best place to live in the entire United States on U.S. News and World Report's 2025 to 2026 list. So why? Johns Creek is actually a newer city that's sectioned off from Alpharetta. Johns Creek tends to attract people who want a clean, established suburban feel with strong schools, a polished look, and not too far out from the city. It's also known for being diverse, with the city noting about 25% of its population is international, which you can feel in the restaurants, the community, and the schools. So who is it best for? People who value schools and community stability, and buyers who want high confidence and resale value. What to know is you are paying for reputation and stability in location. Homes can go fast here, and it's not usually where you're going to find a deal. The average townhome in December of 2025 sold for over $737,000. The average home sold for $908,000. Alpharetta is one of those suburbs where people move and then they rarely leave. So it hits so many lifestyle boxes at once. It's known as the tech hub. Alpharetta's own economic development website says it's home to approximately 900 tech-driven firms. But lifestyle-wise, Alpharetta is also the suburb where you can actually have a suburban home life and still feel like you have so many places to go. Downtown Alpharetta is busy in the best way, and Avalon has become one of the most recognizable mixed-use spots in the region. Who it's best for? People looking for a plugged-in suburb. Professionals who want restaurants and coffee shops and a social scene without living in the city. There are also strong schools here and a strong long-term resale potential. What to know is Alpharetta is popular for a reason, and you will feel that in the pricing and the competition. The average townhome sold for $628,000, and the average single-family home sold for $955,000 in December of 2025. The next group of suburbs all have really fun, walkable downtown areas. Suwanee is a very sought after community suburb because it's built around events, parks, and a real town center feel. Suwanee Town Center Park hosts events of all sizes, and the city notes that Suwanee Fest alone brings in 40,000 people to the park each year. That tells you everything. Suwanee is the kind of place where people leave their neighborhoods and show up to things, and where you run into neighbors. Who is it best for is people looking for a community vibe, people who love walkability and parks and activities built into daily life, and buyers who also want the Gwinnett convenience without feeling like you're just stuck in the suburbs. What to know? It's a strong choice for resale and lifestyle. But if you want nightlife, you will be driving in closer to the city for that. Now, in December 2025, townhomes sold for an average of $426,000, and single-family homes sold for a little over $760,000. Duluth is next, and this is one of those places that surprises people, especially relocation clients who assume that they need to be in Alpharetta or they're missing out of everything. Downtown Duluth, though, has been investing in experiences. It's very artsy, and the city hosts recurring events like concerts and themed nights. Duluth also gives you access to a lot in Gwinnett, like in a central way, which matters more than people realize once they're living here and driving to all the things. Who is it best for? Well, people who love an active downtown area, buyers who like a more established suburb with personality, and anyone who wants to be centrally located inside of Gwinnett County. What to know? Housing styles vary a lot, and that can be a good thing if you want options. In Duluth, there are budget-friendly condos and there's multi-million-dollar mansions. Single-family homes sold for an average of $676,000, while the townhome sold for just a little over $350,000 on average. If you like the idea of suburban, but with history and charm, Marietta is a heavy hitter. Marietta Square is a real hub, and the farmers market is one of those weekly rhythms that becomes part of life. Marietta Square is actually where I got married, a church right on the square. So of course it's special to me. Cobb County as a whole gives you strong access to Atlanta, plus a lot of established neighborhoods. Marietta is also a good pick for people who want character and not just new construction. Who's it best for? People who love a fun town square, and buyers who want established neighborhoods and mature trees, and who want community plus access into the city. Also good for the baseball fans, as the Braves Stadium is not far from here. But what you should know, because it's established, homes can vary a lot in age, in layout, and in updates. That's not a bad thing. You just want to shop smart. Those adorable historic homes are tiny, and they come with a price tag, and they are also so charming. Average townhomes in December of 2025 in Marietta sold for $366,000, and the single-family home sold for almost $630,000. Quick pause, because if you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, Sarah, I like two of these, but I don't know which one fits my life. That's exactly what I help people do. I will put a link in the description where you can schedule a call on my calendar. We'll talk through your commute, your wish list, your budget comfort zone, and what you want your life to feel like on a day-to-day basis. You'll get clarity because I'll tell you all about the suburbs, and then you can stop spiraling on the internet at midnight, wondering if you chose the wrong side of Atlanta. This next one is the I want schools and I also want convenience suburb, and also where a lot of my relocation clients love landing. Buford is a big deal for one reason that comes up constantly: schools. Buford City Schools is consistently ranked extremely high. Niche.com lists Buford as a top-rated district. Truthfully, the other reason people care about Buford is their sports program. The Buford high school football team was just named the national champions, and the girls softball team also won their state championship game. Now, here's the part that people miss when they only focus on the schools. Buford is also a lifestyle location because you're close to Lake Lanier and you're close to shopping, and you're in a spot where you can get to a lot of North Metro area without fighting through the worst of Atlanta traffic patterns. So who is it best for? Those who prioritize schools, and relocation buyers who want a strong, safe bet suburb, and anyone who wants access to lakes and North Metro convenience. What to know is Buford has multiple vibes. There's a historic Buford, there's some newer pockets, and there's also nearby areas that are Buford, but technically not in the city limits. And that distinction matters. I help people navigate it all the time. Price points here for December 2025, the average townhome sold for $415,000 and the single family home sold for almost $600,000. Now we have the walkable, close to the city, tons of personality suburb, and that is Decatur. Decatur is for a very specific person, and I say that lovingly. If you want charm and to be closer into the city, in a true walkable downtown, Decatur is a standout. It has its own school district, and the district is consistently ranked as one of the top 10 districts in Georgia. Decatur's downtown square has been undergoing major updates and investments, which tells you that the city is serious about maintaining that community center feel. Who is it best for? Well, people who want walkability and character, and buyers who want a closer in suburb with an identity, also that neighborhood energy. What to know? Being closer into the city, that often means there's smaller lots and a different housing style than what you'll see in other suburbs. Townhomes in December sold on average for just $307,000, while the single family home sold for $400,000. All right, I'm gonna call this next one the trees, the trails, and the boutiques suburbs. And that is Roswell. Roswell is one of the best picks for people who want nature and charm without going too far away from the city. A lot of people love Roswell for the trails and outdoor access. And one of the iconic local spots is the Vickery Creek area near the old mill. There's trails and a covered bridge connection that's become a favorite for locals. Roswell also tends to feel a little more relaxed than Alpharetta, while still keeping you close to major areas. Who is it best for? People who love outdoor access and established neighborhoods, and a suburb that feels like it has history and personality. What to know? Now, inventory can be competitive in the pockets people want most, and home styles vary a lot, and we see higher price points here too. Average sales price in December 2025 was $441,000 for townhomes and $875,000 for the single family homes. Last but not least is the up-and-coming weekend getaway suburb, Braselton. Braselton has become a major relocation and move-up target because it offers more space and newer communities, and is also anchored by a huge lifestyle landmark, Chateau Alon. Chateau Alon is a winery and resort destination. There's golf courses there with over 45 holes across the several different courses. Also, Road Atlanta is in Braselton for the race car fans, and the downtown area constantly has a festival going on. And that matters because areas like this tend to hold value when they have built-in destination appeal, plus strong housing growth. Who is it best for? People looking for newer homes or more space in a suburb that feels like it still has some growing to do. What to know? Braselton is situated across 4 different counties and different school clusters, depending on the exact location. So you want some guidance when you narrow that down. You're also further away from Atlanta here. Home prices here in December 2025 averaged right at $300,000 for townhomes and $621,000 for single family homes. Okay, let me give you a quick recap. If you care about national recognition, strong schools, and an upscale suburban feel, Johns Creek and Alpharetta stay at the top of your list. If you want community events and parks and an active town center, Suwanee and Duluth are hard to beat. If you want established charm with a true town center, Marietta and Roswell should be on your list. And if you want close-in walkability and personality, Decatur has its own lane. Now, if you want great schools plus a lake nearby, Buford should be a strong contender. And if you want newer homes and a little more space and in a fast-growing area, Braselton is worth a serious look. If you're relocating, moving up, or even just trying to get ahead of a move this year, don't guess your way through North Metro Atlanta. The suburb you choose impacts your commute and your routines and your weekends and your monthly spending and honestly, your stress level. I've helped a lot of people sort through this exact decision, and I can help you narrow your list based on what you actually want, not just what sounds good online. Check the link in the description to schedule a call on my calendar. We'll talk through it all together. And if this video helped you, make sure you like it, give me some love, and also please subscribe because I'm always putting out local and honest guidance about what life really looks like here in North Metro Atlanta. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.